Hey everyone, it's Dawn from Crafting on the Green, doing a Facebook Live for my virtual catalogue launch party. Just wait for some people to arrive and then I can get started. Hopefully they'll be popping in any minute. Hello, who have we got there? Just waiting for it to show up. There we go. Now I'm live. Hopefully we'll get a few more join in. So who have we got watching so far? Ah, it's Hannah. Hi Hannah. It takes a while for it to show through. Getting another one. Who else have we got? Sorry, I keep glancing over at my laptop to see who's joining. Hey Rachel. How are we both doing? All good? It's very peaceful at the moment. I've had my music going all day, so to turn it off is suddenly very quiet. Just wait for a couple more. Oh, hi Mum. A bit of tea while I'm waiting. My little stitch mug, what do you think? I say little, it's not very little. Hi Eileen. Oh Hannah, I'm sorry you're still feeling a little bit poorly, but I'm pleased that you could join us today. Hopefully you'll be on the mend soon. Got lots of crafting to do. Right. Who else are we waiting for? Do we know if Sue's joining us today? Well, both Sues. Right. Oh. Right. Hi Sue. Right, I'm going to make a little start because we've got quite a lot to get through and I don't want to have you here for hours on end. So yeah, catalogue launch party. How fun. So what I'm going to do, oh, glad you got your cup of tea. Yeah, what we're going to do, I'm going to go through the catalogue, just a couple of bits to point out and some of my favourites because there's lots of goodies in there. And then hopefully I'll do a couple of demonstrations for you, show you how I made a few more pretty cards. So I'm just going to try and turn you around. Bear with me while I get this done. I'm sure it'll get easier over time. Right. Ooh. How's that? That's all right, isn't it? Okay. So, it's my copy of the catalogue. As you see, I've got quite a few bookmarks in there to go through. I'm glad this Sue is here. Sometimes my auntie Sue joins as well, so I'm not sure if she's joining today. Right, so new catalogue launches on the 3rd, which is very, very exciting. Can't wait for that. So yeah, I'm just going to go through it, point out a few bits, and if anybody would like a copy of the catalogue that doesn't already have one, please do let me know, and I will of course sort one out for you. So, page 1. On here you've got all of the new suites. Some of them are absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think all of them are absolutely beautiful. But but also to watch out for in the catalogue, if you see the N, the red N, this means there's new stamp sets or new products. And then there's 10% off if you get a bundle, which is either a stamp set or a stamp set with either a punch or a die. So if you get those bundles, you can save 10% overall on those two. So on to the next ones. So you get a few different ideas with things. They explain the different stamps. You've got different techniques, and it will tell you which page number it will show you that technique on, which is very helpful. It starts off with the kits. So kits are great if you're new to crafting, or if you just want to get a few friends together and dive into a nice kit, which is how I got started when my mum bought a kit for us to play with. So they normally come in a lovely box. So you've got your Simply Citrus, and in here you'll get everything that you need to make a card, including a small block, stamps and a stamping spot. You just get a few stamps, nice little set. It's beautiful. Looking up within the last catalogue, it's quite a favourite really if you've got, you know, planes and hot air balloons and things. And again, it comes with a stamping spot, a block and your stamps that you will need. Let's itch this over a bit so we can start doing double-sided. So gorgeous poses. You've got the N, it's a new one. This doesn't come with the inks and the stamps. However, it comes with all the beautiful background, your envelopes, your embellishments. But if you want to buy the extras here, you've got the stamp set, and then it recommends which extras you're going to need. And for the Boho Indigo, this is a new one as well. This for me is fantastic. It's got some beautiful vases and flowers, lovely wordings, can't say sentiments, things like sorry you're feeling blue. I think that's lovely. So this is a nice big set. This comes with dies, your ribbons and twine, all the papers, your stamps, all the embellishments that you need. But also if you run out, you can just get a refill kit. Save you having to buy it again, and you can just get the more paper and all your paper flowers and things. So it's quite a brilliant set, that one. So on to my next bookmarked one. If you want me to stop, go through anything, look at a different page, please do let me know. I'm happy to flick back and forward. So on here we've got Mountain Air. This isn't a new set, it was in the last catalogue as well. However, it's reversible, so I wanted to point it out. So as it shows, each stamp actually has two sides to it. So you have one for the background, sort of the colouring, and then one with the detail, which I think is quite good. So you could stamp a nice light blue and then a dark blue on top, for instance, when you flick the stamp over. So reversibles, you'll see have got this little icon here, little green icon with two flowers on. We've also got something called Distinctive. This was new in the last catalogue. And that's when you stamp, it gives you a kind of 3D effect. It gives you different layers and textures just by using one stamp, which is very clever. And it makes some absolutely wonderful results. On to the next one. Take off my post-it note. Okay, so this is the one that most people are probably going to be a bit more interested in, for starters anyway. It's the Lovely You bundle. So in the Lovely You bundle, you get the Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. So this is the one that I was playing with the other day. This is the punch, so you can actually make 6 different labels from here, different widths, and you can layer them up so they look fantastic. But if you were to get the bundle, which will save you 10% overall, you also get these stamps here. So they're absolutely gorgeous wordings, sentiments. But if you look at something like the background they've created on the sample here, I think it's absolutely stunning. You could make some beautiful paper, wrapping paper, your backgrounds. I think you could go mad. And also, I love this idea they've got here with a box with all the labels pre-done in it, and a bit of twine, so you can just mix and match and make your labels nice and quickly when you need them. So I think that's going to be a favourite set, that. On to my first suite that I want to go through with you, Playful Pets. Playful Pets, I can't wait to get hold of this one. You all know I love my animals, especially my cats. And this is just absolutely, it's adorable. So in the suite, you get the cling stamps, you'd get the designer series paper, you also get the dies, you get some twine and some ribbon, and you get some trinkets, so little bones and little hearts. So, I mean, look at these, aren't they absolutely stunning? I really do love these. The DSP just looks like such fun. It's just animal crazy, isn't it? And I love the cats, so that's on my shopping list, definitely. So a closer look at the cling stamps. Pampered Pets. So you've got your 2 dogs and your 2 cats. The stamps that have a blue background to them, they have a matching die. So it will say it coordinates with the pet dies, which is page 177. So I'm just going to flick back to it so that you can see all of the dies that would come in this set. So just here, it will tell you on the bundles, these are the shapes you get. So you've got your 2 cats, some paw prints, and the 2 dogs. And it also tells you this would fit well within the mini trimmer, which we'll get to later. Yes, keep an eye out for that if you do happen to have a smaller die cutter, because that will make sure you get the right size. Right, that was lucky. So, I also love this idea of popping a treats label onto a treats jar. I think my cats might be getting a slight upgrade to theirs. And yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. So you know you're going to get some tutorials coming up soon with this set. So on to the next one. Here we go. So we've got Basket of Blooms. This is a new one. This will coordinate with the Small Bloom Punch. So when you see things highlighted in yellow, they go with punches. Blue is for dies, yellow for punches. I think this is fantastic. I think because I've been playing in my garden a lot lately, I'm very much drawn to flowers, and I'd love to get a little veg truck like this all of my own. Yeah, I think the possibilities are absolutely endless with this one. As you can see, how pretty are they? So yes, that's also on my list, as is lots else. And on this side we've got Hippo Happiness. This was for a 1 million sales achiever. It will tell you when a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator reaches 1 million sales, they get a stamp set inspired by them, which I think is wonderful. So this has got, you've got hippos, you've got horses, could be zebras or, you know, and then sheep. And then you've got a little unicorn horn, which I think is brilliant. So when in doubt, be a unicorn. You can turn any of them into a unicorn. And I think that's going to be lots of fun, as you can see here. So the bundle for this one, you get so the butterfly and some of the animals and the flowers, bows, leaves, etc. all on the balloon. You can get a die for each of those. It's very small here, but you also get some lovely labels. Let me flick back to that one as well. So that's page 176. Just helps give a bit of a closer view. Where are we? Oh, there we are, right at the top. Hippo Happiness bundle. So as you can see there a little bit better, you can get some bigger, nice big labels to pop them on, like they've got on the background there. And you get all your little friends as well, which is wonderful. So again, that one's on my list. Okay, on to the next one. This is another new one. There's a couple of new ones here. You've got the monogram messages. which is quite good fun. But this is the one I wanted to show you because I think this will be wonderful. Celebration of tags. We all love our tags, and yes, Rachel, I'm going to have a very long shopping list. It's certainly getting a lot longer. So this I think is brilliant. It comes with some dies, and the dies will coordinate with each of these. You get 3 images on one stamp, so when you stamp it all down, then you can line up your dies and you've got 3 separate shapes. And I love the fact it's got one of the zebras in the middle as well, just saying yay. I think that's going to be my favourite tag. Yes, Hannah, I think it's turning into the entire catalogue. So yes, have a look at that one. Comes with the dies as well. I mean, even the dies on their own would be fantastic because there's some great shapes for tags. So on to another suite. This is the Ornate Garden suite. It's just so bright and cheerful. It's very in your face. It's very, you know, there's nothing subtle about it at all. It's just beautiful. So it's another suite, which means you can use the one product code and get lots and lots of things. So on this we've got the Ornate Thanks bundle and the Ornate Style bundle, which are on the next page. So the Ornate Thanks, all of these wordings and sentiments, and you get some dies, which I shall show you closer in a moment. And for the Ornate Style bundle, bear in mind you get both of these in the suite, you get these beautiful stamps and you get the Ornate Layers dies. So they're on page 177. So let me just scoot backwards to that for you. It's good to have a closer look. So the Ornate Layers, you get these beautiful backgrounds, as you can see here. It creates some lovely, almost sort of doily, lacy effect. And then the Ornate Thanks gives you some great edges. They've used someone here just to layer them over. But yeah, so you get 2 sets of dies, 2 sets of stamps. You get a 3D embossing folder, which would be the Ornate Floral. The Ornate Ribbon Combo Pack, so you get this beautiful green and, is that Grapefruit Grove? Can't tell. I can check that for you. Then you get this Designer Series paper, which is so... It's just so detailed. It's wonderful. And then you get some gems as well. So you get this entire set. Quick check of the embossing folder for you is... So the Ornate Floral 3D. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's just lots of flowers. Lots and lots of flowers. And then the Ribbon Combo Pack, just so I can confirm the colours for you. There we go. Ornate Garden Ribbon. So you get Old Olive, Terracotta Tile. That's better. Yeah, so you'd get both of those in the one pack. And they do work so well together. Old Olive goes with everything, I think. Right, so yeah, so that's an amazingly huge set. You get so much in that one. Next up, I just wanted to point out that throughout the catalogue, you will get... Please try that again. I think my Alexa's joining in. So throughout the catalogue, you would get lots of different options and mini tutorials. So this is called a Step It Up. And the idea here is that no matter what your level of crafting, you can still create an absolutely fantastic card. So it starts here with a more of a beginner card. Then you've got your casual, where they've just added a few more details. And then the avid crafter, where you've added quite a lot more details. So I just wanted to point this out. There'll be a couple of these throughout the catalogue, where you can get some good card ideas and just see how that if you start with a nice simple card, that you can just add a couple more details and go straight to this beautiful detailed card. On to the next one. We've got another suite and it's more flowers. So I'm just going to have a slurp of tea. Can't have my tea getting cold. Right, peony garden. So again, I love my gardening. I haven't got any peonies. My neighbour does, and they're absolutely stunning. Oh, hi Sue, other Sue. So yes, the Peony Garden Suite. This is another beautiful floral. It's so pastel-y in the colours with the greys and the pinks, and it's just, I think it's absolutely stunning. So for this suite collection, you get the prized peony bundle, which is these beautiful stamps, lovely words, and then you've got the dies as well, which are 178. To show you a slight closer view of that one. Here we go, peonies. So you've got lots of shapes there to be cutting out with the dies. A lovely border, some leaves. We all like our leaves. So you get all those, and they're perfect for the mini cutter as well. Also in the suite, you can get elegant faceted gems. So they're just so pretty. Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. So that would create this background here. And then the shimmer ribbon in grey granite. There we go. So I just think it's an absolutely beautiful. If you look at all the DSP, it's gorgeous. And they've told you the colours they use as well. Petal pink, grey granite and basic grey. And don't they look, just work so well together? So that's that one. I know I'm rushing through a little bit. I'm just hoping I can get all my tutorials done at the end. So this I love. This is another one on my list. Strange that. This is called Nothing's Better Than. So you can have things like a day without cookies is like, just kidding, I have no idea. Or today's plan, consume chocolate. Today is a coffee kind of day. So, you know, it's quite good fun, that one. And it comes with some dies, and the dies I think are fantastic. So let's just skip to page 176. So here we go. We've got Love You More Than, cookies, coffee, chocolate, cocktails. You've got a couple of glasses, a cookie and some chocolates. I love this little box here, and I think how good would it be to give that as a gift to somebody. Today is a chocolate kind of day, and you could fill it with chocolates. I just think that's wonderful. So yes, this is another one. Oh, and this is another million sales achiever as well. This is inspired by a lady called Connie Stewart. So next one, it's another sweet, and again this one's on my list. I think I'm going to need a big pay rise soon. So, Whale of a Time. If you love your underwater, this has got to be on your list. Hannah, I'm thinking of you here. So, in this bundle, you've got your polymer stamps with the whales on. And you get dies, which, let me show you. So, here are the stamps. Sorry, you don't get dies, you get a punch with this one. Correct me. So you've got, you know, whale done. I love that, just whale done. That's just the only sentiment that I absolutely love. The other ones are beautiful, but, you know, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. But it looks stunning. You've got your turtle, jellyfish, love it. And for the punch, you've got a whale. Looks like you've got some water splashes. Let's find the punch for a closer look. Page 169. I'm glad it's on your list. Here we go. So a punch. So you've got some splashes. Is that seaweed? Could that be a seaweed? Maybe. I guess you could have lots of different ideas for what the punches make, but all of that in one punch. That's fantastic. So yes, so you get that. You also get the DSP, which, how gorgeous is that? Just I can't wait to actually see it full size on your 12 by 12. Sorry, this one's 6 by 6. So you get yeah, loads of different colours, and it just looks like loads of underwater scenes. And they've used Calypso Coral, Bumblebee, new colour, Granny Apple Green, Just Jade, which is another new colour, Pool Party, Pacific Point and Blackberry Bliss. So there's loads of colours that you can work with there. It's just fantastic. You also get an embossing folder which will give you this beautiful detail on the background. That's definitely, yeah, that's one to get. And the ribbon, the nice sheer ribbon here in Pool Party colour. So this is, again, another set that's on my list. And here we go with another set that's on my list. Strange this, isn't it? So the reason this is on my list, I love the background paper. I love that it comes with mini paper pumpkin boxes. So they are, yeah, just small boxes that you can put treats in. But the thing that I love the most is you get these lovely backgrounds, but the dies that come with it in the bundle are the alphabet. And having an alphabet is obviously quite handy, but it means that you can create some lovely banners. I mean, look at that. Oh, hey, it just, you know, yes, so I love that Well DSP. It's on my list. Yes, you can cut things out and, you know, have it so the colour's coming through. I think the Pattern Play bundle is perhaps on my list slightly more than the suite. But yeah, you could absolutely use everything here, couldn't you? So yes, that's why that one's on my list. Now these two new stamps, I say two, there's three on this page, but the two I'm going to focus on, I bet you can't guess which ones they are. Firstly, Zany Zebras. I mean, how cute are they? they just look like so much fun. It's just gorgeous. And the same with the goats. I think they're just so comical. You know, way to goat. I got you a cake, but I ate it. It's yeah, again, I think these are the kinds you'll have lots of fun with. And again, you've got to step it up here, which will show you a nice simple card that looks fantastic, and you can work your way up to, you know, adding lots more onto the same image to get a completely different result. It's fabulous. Right, another lovely suite here. We've got Forever Greenery. Sorry, just slurping my tea again a little bit more. All this talking is, I'm not used to this. Okay, so Forever Greenery suite. If you love your greens, Rachel, I'm thinking of you here. If you love all your greens and your leaves and your, you know, your greenery, this is perfect. You've got this beautiful DSP, which is going to create some amazing backgrounds and all sorts of things. So in this, you get the Forever Fern bundle. Forever Fern bundle, you get these beautiful stamps, and you get the dies. And the dies, I'll show you a closer look. 175. Where are we? Here we go. Forever Flourishing. So you get loads of different leaves in here, all different shapes and sizes, and I just think they're absolutely stunning. So yes, this is definitely one to look at if you like your greenery. You also get some Forever Gold laser cut speciality paper. Now this to me looks amazing. It will give you a foil leaf like this. It gives you backgrounds, if you can see on here. It gives you a kind of grid. It is, I believe, 12 by 12, and it's full of gold. Let me see if I can show you a bit more. 152. Here we go. Oh yes, perfect. So as you see, you get all of this. You get 6 sheets, 3 of each of 2 single-sided designs. So you get 3 of those and 3 of these. But just to be able to pop out all these gold foils, I think that'll add some absolutely beautiful glamour to your cards. Right. Oh, there we go. I'm getting good at getting the right page. So, yes, you also get your gold. You get your gold hoops embellishments. Somebody here has made like a dream catcher design using it, which I think is a fantastic idea. You get the DSP and you get the trim combo. So you get the gold and, is that a Very Vanilla, I believe? Yes, you get those as well. So this suite is, yeah, yes, Rachel, this is definitely, might as well be called Rachel's suite. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Right, on to the next one. This was just to point out a few more distinctives. They've got a whole list here of distinctive stamps, so if you really enjoy having the different layers, really, it explains here: distinctive stamps create different opacities in a single stamped image for realistic depth and intensity. And that sums it up really well. It's as you can see with some of this, it's one stamp and yet it gives you different yeah, it is just different opacities, as it says. So if you're into all your distinctives and you want to know more, these have got all of them in a little list for you, and that's on page 114. On to the next ones. So I'm not going through every new stamp, I'm just trying to pick out quite a few. So on this new one, Birds and Branches, you've seen me have a little play with that. If you like your birds, definitely have a look at that one. And on here we've got All Things Fabulous, so more flowers, as you know I like. Yeah, they're just, these two sets are just so pretty, and they've got a few nice examples here for you. So the Birds and Branches come in a bundle with some dies. I haven't had a chance to play with the dies yet, which is terrible. Maybe I'll try that one for next weekend. And then All Things Fabulous bundle, you also get a set of dies, so you can cut out all your flowers and make some beautiful backgrounds like this lace effect here. Yes, take a closer look at those ones. Oh look, another suite. So this is the In Good Taste suite, and I think this one you can do so much with. I have already got the papers, I haven't had a chance to play yet, but I've heard that somebody actually took photographs of different textures in order to get these get this DSP. So they're photos of real things like tiles, wooden floor, brick floor, more wood, bricks. Yeah, it's very, yeah, lots of use for it. So in this you would get the Tasteful Touches bundle, which is on the next page. So you get all of these stamps, some lovely background ones, and some for the foreground as well. And you also get some dies which go with the Tasteful Labels dies. So they're various labels. I shall show you that one too on page 179. Here we go, Tasteful Touches labels. So they all fit through the mini die cutter. Lots of different labels, again, very, very useful. You also get, yeah, the DSP, a Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, which I think it gives this background here. Yes, it does. Yes, it goes with this kind of background. And the In Good Taste elements. So you've got some little wooden leaves there that you can use to add on to things, which just give it a different look. Okay, another suite. I chose this one because it's so bright and fun and just bright. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's one I want to play with. So you get your hand-drawn blooms bundle. So in the hand-drawn blooms bundle, you've got a hand-drawn bloom, which is stunning. I think it's absolutely stunning. You also get the dies. So in the dies, in fact, it's probably easier to show you on the pictures. You'd get a die that would cut out this. As you can see, a few little options. They've used a brayer in order to ink up the the beautiful die that they've cut out. You get this beautiful paper, which again, it can just create some absolutely fantastic backgrounds. The Rainbow Glimmer paper is on page 153. Let me get you a closer look for that one. Here we go, Rainbow Glimmer. So this is 12 by 12. You get 2 sheets one of the Bermuda Bay Blackberry Bliss Granny Apple Green, and then Magenta Madness Mango Melody, and that must be the Blackberry Bliss as well. Yes, so it's kind of an ombre effect of the lovely rainbow colours. And you also get the sequins, and we love sequins, and these are so bright they're just going to pop all over them. It's fantastic. So that's Artistry Blooms. Okay, not much more to go, I promise you. I'll let you go through it in your own time. So there's a few new background stamps. They've got rid of a couple of background stamps, like the Crackle background and the script, and another one I can't remember. But they've introduced Dry Brush, Camouflage and Stacked Stone. Now Stacked Stone I think is going to look absolutely fantastic, especially if you're putting flowers or birds on top of it. Camouflage could be quite good fun, especially if you use things like the playful pets or the goats or even the zebras. I think that could be great fun. And the Dry Brush, again, birds, flowers, it's just, yes, I like these backgrounds. They've introduced some good ones. But then they always do. Okay, so we're getting to all the extras, the accessories. So on page 140, it takes you, as it says here, it takes you back to the basics: stamps, ink, paper. That's all you need to start your cards. So we've got cardstock, classic stamping pads and ink refills, write markers, watercolour pencils, DSP, blends, ribbon and trim and embellishments. And it just explains a bit about what they are and what page they're on. We shall start from the beginning. Sue's favourite part, colour collections. So the collections we've got, brights, neutrals, regals and subtles, they've added more of the basics. This has its own section now. And then the in colours for this year going on for 2 years, and from last year until next year. The in colours last for 2 years each. So I was over the moon to see they've added a Melon Mambo blend combo pack. Hi Sarah, nice you could grab a bit of the end of this. Still a bit more to go yet. I still haven't done my demonstrations yet, although I feel like I'm running out of time a little bit. We'll see. Anyhow, yes, so Melon Mambo, they've done the stamping blend, so that's again on my list. Fantastic. And then you've got your in colours here, all your cardstock, stamping pad, your refills and your blends. Grab what you can, they're fantastic. Onto the next pages, you'll see assortments and bundles. So if you want your watercolours, the write markers, they've now added the write markers into their own individual sets. So you can get your brights, neutrals, regals, subtles and the in colours as well. So rather than buying the whole box in one go, you can buy the smaller ones. You've also got cardstock assortments. So if you don't want to buy a full pack of just jade, you can buy your in colours, or you could buy the brights, regals, neutrals, subtles. So you can get a couple of sheets of each. The mini DSPs here are fantastic. They're just a few designs in each different colour. If you like your inks, you can get 10% off by buying an entire bundle. So if you bought all of the brights, you would basically get an ink pad for free, which is great. Organisation again, fantastic. I'm not going into these in too much detail because I know you can all have a scoot through. On this page I wanted to point out they've now introduced some stamping spots. So if you want to try a colour, they only have a few colours, they don't have all of the colours, but if you wanted to have a play around, instead of buying the big inks, you could buy the small stamping spots, and you get Basic Grey, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Real Red and Shaded Spruce. So you get an absolutely fantastic little range there, which is great. Okay, flicking through DSPs. So the DSPs we've been through already, but if you just wanted to have a look at DSP on its own, you can come to page 148 and see what's going on there. It also gives you a bit more information about the DSP, and it will, for instance, it will tell you which colours have been used in it, so you can get matching colours, which is lovely. Bit more DSP here. I do love that World of Good. I can't wait to, I'm going to be making an album out of that one soon. Okay, you've got your packagings. So if you want to make a little box up for somebody, you've got a few different boxes here, or little cellophane bags with that you can fill up with your treats. Gold paper we've already been through. Basics if you want to get your cardstocks, but just going for the basic white, shimmery white, very vanilla. You can also get window sheets if you want to make like a shaker card or a box. Your envelopes. Velveteen paper pack is a new one, so it's a soft flocked paper, which could give quite an interesting effect. And brass is a new foil sheet they've added in this year. So yeah, have a look at those ones. Now with the memories and more, I showed you some the other day when I was playing with the World of Good suite. So you've got your World of Good, flowers for every occasion. Now these are fantastic if you want to make a little scrapbook, for instance, but you want it to be more of an album. You could get something like this album here. You can get a variety pack of the photo pocket pages. The memories and more will fit into these, but you can also put photos on top and pop them in and have a really lovely scrapbook effect like this. Or you can use it like I did the other day, and you can pop it on top of a card just to give a beautiful background, because some of them are stunning. So yes, memories and more are great to have a look at. Got all your pretty blings. As you know, I'm going to have to order some more of these because I went through quite a lot the other day. So definitely going to need lots more of those. Then we've got, where are we next? If you need your basic tools, you take your pick tool is fantastic. It has a putty end on one bit for picking up sequins. You also get a spare and a pokey tool and some little scoring tools. You can also get a brush attachment which comes with these sponges, so if you have an intricate die you can just brush it over the top and it will help take out all the bits of card that's been cut. Paper snips, you will know how I feel about my paper snips. I absolutely love them. If ever you get a pair of scissors for fussy cutting, make sure it's these ones, they're great. All the ribbons, so lots of lovelies. Here's your new in colours that I was showing you the other week. And then we've got some of the old favourites like the reversible ribbon here with the Old Olive and Pretty Peacock. I love that one. Different glues and things. So adhesive sheets are new. That's this in the corner. So the idea behind this is that you can stick something on top, die cut it out, peel off the back and stick it on. I haven't had a play with it yet because it's new, but that's the idea. They're sticking with the fine tip glue pen and the Tombow and the glue dots and the tear and tape. 6 and 7 are new. Instead of the snail, instead of these lovely little snail adhesives, they are now doing a stamping seal. So I believe these are supposed to be, it says Instant Bond Permanent Adhesive. I believe it's supposed to be a bit stronger, but if you want something even stronger, they've now got the Stamping Seal Plus, which adheres 3D projects and heavier layers. So if you're going to be using things to make boxes, go for the Plus. If you're just sticking things on cards, go for the Stamping Seal. So it'll be very useful to get a few of those. You've got your standards on here, same as usual, your blocks, your mist, your cleaners, your chamois. If you don't have a chamois, get one, they're good. So they're the same as before. You stamp like a pro. It's telling you here with the Stamparatus that you can, it doesn't matter how big your project is, it will fit into the corner of this with a bit of an overhang. But that's what the magnets are for. So if you haven't heard of a Stamparatus before, or if you'd like a bit more information, let me know. I may do a video on a few tips and tricks with the Stamparatus shortly. But yes, get in touch and I'm happy to go through it with you. It is fantastic. If you're doing multiple stamping, you need one of these in your life. Onto the punches. I've got some of the same punches as before. We all love our punches, especially the cat. Got your lovely labels and your tag toppers. Then it brings you the punch bundles. So it doesn't show all of the punches on that page. All the new ones in the bundles, they're on here. So you've got a jar, your postage stamp, your heart pack, The whale, we love the whale. Tulips, your fancy tag topper, and then the Lovely You bundle, which gives you the lovely labels. Now onto here, we've got the new die cutters. Woohoo! I can't wait to get my hands on these, if I'm honest. They've got a mini one and they've got a full size one. So you can fold up the sides for easy storage, which is fantastic. The mini one would be great to take with you, especially if I'm going to do a class or something. I can bring that along. Yes, I'm looking forward to getting those. These are all the accessories that come along with it. So if you want to get a magnetic cutting plate, for instance, you've got the minis on this side and you've got the full size on this side. Yeah, magnetic cutting plate. Sometimes you'll need to get replacement cutting plates. So they've got those. Speciality plate you'd use with 3D embossing folders. So as I say, I will be getting one of these and I will have a lot more of a play about, and I will show you in more detail another time. Next we come on to the die bundles. So as I was saying, if you get some of the sets, they come with bundles, so you can get the stamp and the dies. So you can flick through and see all the dies that you can get with each of the stamp sets. There's quite a few to go through. Playful Pets, so we're going to get that soon. Yes, and that one I love. Look at all the letters that you get. Yeah, and it's quite handy that it's got some multiple letters in there as well. Just looks so odd having lots of duplicates, but yes, it's very handy that it's got duplicates. So if you're, you know, saying hello, for instance, you want 2 L's. Yes, more die bundles. These are the dies on their own. So yeah, you can have a flick through and see, and again it tells you if they go with the mini die cutter, and if it doesn't say mini, then they won't go through. Also, I find it quite handy, so that All Dressed Up, for instance, would make a little bag, and they've shown an image of the little bag, which I think is very handy, so you can actually see what the die should do. Same with the mini curvy keepsake boxes and the perfect parcel. So it shows you the 3D object that you'll create by cutting out that die. Almost there. Embossing folders. We've got some new ones. Dandelions, greenery, that's with the Forever Greenery suite, and they would fit in the mini die cutter. The little details fit in the mini. Meadow Moments go in the mini. Old World Paper, Ornate Floral, Seabed, love that one, and Tasteful Textures 3D. So they're all the new ones. Now we get to the just for hosts. So if you host a party where I can come to you and demonstrate, maybe in a month or so when things have changed, although we could do an online party if anybody's up for one of those. So if you host a party and your party purchase lots of goodies between them, then you can earn lots of rewards throughout the catalogue. If, for instance, your party spend £150 between them, you get 10% of that back to spend in the catalogue for free. So you'd get £15. If they spend 400 or 525, it sounds like a lot, but if you've got a party going together, it can build up quite quickly. You can get up to 16% back to spend in the catalogue. Don't ask me to work that one out because my math is not great. But you can also get 50% off an item. So if you wanted to buy all of the Stampin' Right markers, you could get that 50% off, which would be fantastic. And you can also get access to these lovely extra stamps. You can't buy these in the catalogue. The only way you can earn these is being a host. And they're cheaper. You could get it for £12 or £11, which, I mean, summer days is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then, if you do join, it tells you here, if you would like to join, sorry, and be a demonstrator like me, you can pay £99. For that, you would get £130 worth of goodies from the catalogue. They also give you all of your business supplies and free shipping for that one order. But also, if you join between the 3rd of June and the 30th of June this year, you will get a free bundle from the catalogue, any free bundle. So that deal is absolutely fantastic. So if you've been thinking about joining and you want to do some Stampin' Up! Crafting, and maybe you want to just start having a hobby business type thing, get in touch. We can discuss it and see what goodies you can get. Finally, we've just got the index. So if you know you want to find a particular stamp set, then here's all of the stamps, and then here's all the accessories. So, blimey, that took a while to go through. I thought that would be a lot quicker, but that's the catalogue in a nutshell. Obviously, if you would like a copy, let me know. I'll send one out to you. And if you have any questions, please ask me. Right, I'm going to have a quick slurp of tea, and then I'm going to show you a card. See how quickly I can get these done. I know you don't all want to be hanging on for days on end. So, first card I made, just get all those out. Oh, no, all stuck. So I made a sunflower card, which I think is absolutely wonderful. I feel like I want to send a lot of thank yous at the moment. So here's another one. Nice sort of casual level, nothing too fancy. I've used the lovely label Pick a Punch, the sunflowers with the dies and some leaves. And the paper actually came from a Celebration pack, Lily Impressions. But I just wanted to show that you can kind of just use any patterned background. But I thought that green just worked really well. And then on the inside, just a simple sunflower. And obviously my new shiny stamp on the back. So I'm going to run through quickly doing that. I do have all of the stamps at the ready. Trying to be all prepared today. So the set we used was Celebrate Sunflowers. I used a nice big one there, and for the inside, the smaller ones and some of the leaves. I did my die cutting already because, again, it is quite noisy. Maybe when I get the new die cutting machines eventually, then I can start showing you those too. But yes, so that's the set that we used. I'm going to give you a tip. With this, when you put the backing on, it's a bit awkward. But you can kind of aim for, where did I aim for? There's two leaves here. I don't know if you can just make them out. There's a slight bigger gap there than there is on any of the other leaves. So when you're trying to line it up, see if you can point towards that. And also, if you can see here, I've made a small Sharpie mark. I've also made that mark on the die that comes with it. Because, again, when you're trying to line it up, it can get quite frustrating. So by making a mark on my die as well as on the stamp, I know which side is up, down, left, right. I can make sure it's in the same position. So that's my tip of the day. So, firstly, what do we want to do? So I've got Garden Green for the background. I've pre-cut out my layer. What else did I pre-cut out? Oh yes, and there we go. So they're the main ones. Oh. So where I started, I'll get another piece of Whisper White. So what I want to do, stamp this using Memento. Now it's quite a big stamp, obviously, so I have used block E for this one, and it fits on just. Make sure it gets covered quite well. I think I need to re-ink my Memento at some point. How are we doing? Okay, I think that's got it. So, there we go. So when I come to die cut this, I would make sure that with this little leaf here, with the little extra gap, that's where my die would line up, because that's where I have marked it. So I know that it would line up that way round. Before I would die cut, I would colour. But I do have one that I made earlier, naturally. So that goes there. See? So I did use Dark Daffodil Delight on the blends, and then on the Stampin' Right I used Early Espresso to give it a nice dark centre. I also used Wink of Stella because we like Wink of Stella, and I think the middle needed a little bit of shiny. So we'll just colour that one in. I've not planted any sunflowers this year. I did last year and they were absolutely brilliant, but I didn't get around to it this year. And the wall at the back where they were last year is quite bare. Right, so now it's got a nice shiny middle. I hope you can see that. So I'm not going to cut it out now because I've got one that I made earlier, but doesn't that look fantastic? Just so detailed on its own, brilliant. I had also, if I can find them all, no I didn't, I thought I had, but I haven't got any leaves, so what I shall do, I'll just fussy cut these ones out. Okay, had a couple of those, and I coloured them in with dark Granny Apple Green. So when you do your colouring, it's best to use Memento with the blends, and I'd use something like VersaFine with the Stampin' Right markers, because as you see, it doesn't mix it, doesn't blend it, because you want to make sure you're using non-alcohol based with alcohol pens and vice versa, because if you're using alcohol with alcohol it would smudge. Right, let me just chop these ones out. So what do you all think of the catalogue then? Are you, hopefully I didn't bore you too much by going through it in quite a little bit of detail. I just wanted to point out all the things that I found helpful, and all the things that I absolutely adore. Right. I'm just very roughly fussy cutting this one. Oh, Hannah, I'm glad you love the catalogue. I'm sure they get better every year, don't they? So what's your favourite things that you've seen so far? Or what's first on the shopping list? I think mine's gonna, oh, I don't know, it's quite tough. I think mine's gonna have to be Playful Pets though, just because it's so gorgeous. But then so is everything else. I was tempted to go with the Zoo Globe. Yes, I I thought I wouldn't choose too many animals because I've already gone through quite a few. Plus I didn't want to spoil the surprise for everything, so you know. Right, okay. So what we've got, we'll do some sticking down. Get me Tombow. Wales first and the birds and branches. Good choices. Yeah, Forever Greenery is definitely your set, Rachel. It's as soon as I saw that and all the goodies, especially that dream catcher, I definitely thought of you. So this was some double-sided DSP, as I said, from the Lily Impressions, which has a gorgeous background, but for this I wanted the green. Oh yes, the right triangles, they are certainly going to be quite a handy one. Okay, so just pop that on the bottom there. Instantly it just makes such a beautiful background, doesn't it? Okay, so I want to pop this somewhere about there. And I've only done 2 leaves, so I'm just going to pop them both in the bottom. I think I want those about there. What do we think? Yeah. Give that a bit of glue. Okay, so what's your favourite new in colour? You've got Bumblebee, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider, or what's the one I'm missing? Magenta Madness. How could I forget Magenta Madness? See, still learning myself over here. Right, dimensionals. So, pop a few of these on the back. Okay. No, I've done that one. Okay, somewhere over there. There we go. Now for the label, I did use the nice new label punch. Misty Moonlight is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Right, so last time I used this edge. Maybe this time I'll use this edge. See what it looks like. There we go. So this size was 3/4 inches. So it goes 1/2 inch, 3/4 inches and 1 inch. And as I demonstrated before, you can layer them all up, which is wonderful. So that's going to go somewhere over there. I went for the Thanks a Bunch because it just fit quite nicely on there. I shall use the Memento again. Trying to aim for the edges where there might be a little bit more ink. Okay. There we go. How are we doing? Blimey, I've been going an hour. You all bored yet? Okay, I'm going to pop this on. Right, so because when I pop this on it's going to be overlapping slightly, I haven't put a dimension on the end, but I am going to put a little spot of Tombow just to help hold it in place. Because otherwise it would be wonky if we had them all the way along. Okay, about there. There we go. And I shall pop this onto the card. So the question is, have you watched long enough, or would you like me to do a tag and a card? They shouldn't take too long to run through. What do you think? You want to see the next ones? Okay, sticking that one on there. Right, so naturally I've got to put my lovely shiny background stamp on. You want me to do them, Hannah? Okay. There we go. Got to do that, haven't I? And then on the inside I used just a smaller sunflower. Don't know what way to put it. Put it there. There we go. Right, that's that card finished. Get that folded over. Okay, there we go, a lovely thank you card, which I think just looks beautiful. From the same set, I also made a little tag. Just throwing all the leaves on the floor. Yeah, I thought that was a nice pretty card, and I used some of the bumblebee in colour ribbon. So I've kind of got one of a, it's only a quick one because I made most of it earlier, using this tag punch, tag topper punch. This again does different sizes, 2 inch, 1.5 inches and 1 inch, I believe. So this is a 2-inch piece of card. Slot it in there, all the way to the back. And when you finish, just push that up. Okay, so I went for a congratulations on a whole new level of wonderful. I think that's quite a nice saying. And we'll pop it sort of in the middle-ish, because we want to leave enough room for the here's one I made earlier, which doesn't matter if it's hanging over the edge slightly. And then I've got the 2 little leaves as well. Right, and all I did was use Tombow to stick these ones down. It doesn't need anything particularly fancy. I would avoid the leaves though, just in case you are planning on going over the edge, because Tombow does dry sticky unless it's stuck to something. And then a couple of leaves. There we go. And finally, our beautiful ribbon. So it's up to you how long you want it to be. Oh, should use my other scissors there. It doesn't need to be too long. You can tie it any way you want to as well. I just like doing the nice easy one where it's not tied as such. You pop through the folded end. Oh, I've moved my leaf out the way. There you go. Something to be careful of if it's not dry yet. So pop through the double end and then just feed the 2 ends through your loop and pull it tightly. There we go. And I'll have a couple of lovely tags. Okay, so that was it for the sunflowers. Let's just mind those out the way. I'll do my cleaning up after to save a bit of time. So the next one I played with was Many Mates. So I showed you this briefly the other day. It's got quite a lot in the way of wordings and sentiments on there. I wanted to show a lovely simple design. So we've done that. So as you can see, all I've done is use Happy Birthday multiple times in different colours and added a ribbon. So it's a lovely straightforward card. Nice simple stamping, and yeah, so it could work with others. Obviously it's your day, you're so fabulous, anything at all. It's just a lovely happy birthday card. So I've got my happy birthday stamp. The colours I went for the other day, see if I can find them all again, were pie. So I think I had Coastal Cabana at the top, Pumpkin Pie second, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, and then Real Red. Obviously you can do any colours, any order. It's a nice simple one. The only thing you will need to hand is your chamois, because we're going to have to clean the stamp between each one. So we'll start with Coastal Cabana. Ink that one up quite well, and then somewhere near the top. Okay. Oh, that one's a bit stiff. There we go. So we'll just give this one a clean, and then oh, I'm upside down with my colours. Then Pumpkin Pie next. It's a gorgeous orange, this one. You could probably try this with all the new ink colours. I think they'd work so well together. In fact, I might try that one when I get them all. Right, there's our Pumpkin Pie. Time for our Daffodil Delight. There we go. I may have started a little bit too far down on this one, so it might be a little bit squished. Garden Green. Yeah, so it's going to be ever so slightly squished, but I think you'll get the idea okay. And then maybe I could put the other Happy Birthday on the other side. Who knows? We'll have a play. But spacing is important on this one. Obviously I haven't measured very well at the top. But we can squeeze a Happy Birthday on the bottom. Okay, so what we want to do next is get some red ribbon and tie around. So this is just cotton ribbon in real red. So I measured a slight bit longer because we want the bow. And then I cheat because I have a ribbon maker, I suppose it's called, which is just a nifty little gadget that I got from you know, one of these big online shops. And what you do, it's an over-under kind of thing. So I don't want this bit to be too long, so I want the bow to be near the top. Usually you'd kind of do it in the middle if you wanted the bow in the middle. So we'll just slide the bow under there, over the top. It's not fiddly at all. Over there, through there. Right, there we go. Hope you weren't following that one all that closely. Okay, and then when you pull it off, it's just got your bow on there, nice and tidy. So I want to should have tied that a little bit tighter. There we go. You can shift the middle up just to make it slightly more central. Yes, I could have stamped it so it's partially on the card. Maybe I should do that one next time. Right. Oh, stay straight. Right. So, don't worry, it looks a bit of a jumble at the moment. I'm going to use my snail, because until we get our seal, there's not much I can do on that one. We want that around there, so I'm just going to pop a little bit just to hold our bow in place. And then pop that one there. I want to try and make sure it's straight enough, which apparently it's not that straight. There we go. A bit more snail there. So That's how I've added my little ribbon on there, a little bow. Now we stick this one down using Tombow again. I always add a little bit of extra to the ribbons because you want to make sure they don't come undone at all while they're on the card. There we go. Love it. And then we will stick this one onto the card. There we go. So for the middle, I just stamped happy birthday. I thought, what else is there that needs to be said? So I shall do the same again. And this card's brilliant. It's just full of happy birthdays, and everyone likes a happy birthday. There we go. Oh, and then before I forget, obviously must do my tree on the back. Trying to make this a new habit now. Whenever I make a card, straight away stamp my tree. Because I love that little tree now. And there we go. So there's your 2 cards and a tag and a very quick but detailed look through the catalogue. So it's taken a little bit longer than I intended, so hopefully you're still with me and you're still enjoying what I'm doing. But for now, that's it. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want a copy of the catalogue, as I say, please do let me know and I will get one out as soon as possible. If you have an order from the new catalogue that you'd like to place, let me know. That goes live as of the 3rd, 3rd of June. Yeah, and let's, I'll do something again next Saturday if everyone would like me to. I will be here. So, right, let me turn you round so that you can see me again. Oh, there we go. Hello. So yes, what did you think? Which card do you prefer? I love this one. I have to admit, I think this one's going to be, I do like that one. Although sunflower's very pretty. Oh, well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it and that you could stay with me for well over an hour. We are doing quite well now. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Thank you for your lovely comments throughout and all the love hearts and things. And yeah, so next Saturday, 2 PM, I might have a play with the birds and branches and the dies. And unless I get, you know, my playful pets, they will be soon. Rachel, I'll get the catalogue in the post to you, my dear. Not a problem. Both. Okay. Like that. That's good. Wonderful. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to keep you much longer because I'm sure you'll want a cup of tea and maybe to move. Hannah, I hope you're doing your steps every hour. And I will speak to you again soon. Love you lots. Take care. Bye.